Whatever. I wonder if it's 7 o'clock. Let's go to 7:01. No hat? Or you're not doing that? We'll get ready to say. Wait a minute. All right.
Yes. Hi, y'all. Welcome back.
Welcome. Paying homage, recognizing our man, the king of pop himself.
Yes, MJ on his birthday. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday. He would have been
64 from what I've seen. Yes,
Wow.
64.
Time flies. Time is flying.
It really do. It really do. And if you look at, 2022, it literally feels like that just started.
Yeah, because
like it's August. I don't think we work, and it's about to be September. Oh shucks, it's really about to, that was quick.
Kids are
that
back in school, and
yeah.
I didn't know that Michael was a Virgo. This is Virgo season.
Okay,
so shout out to the Virgos.
All right,
they're usually perfectionist people, kind of regimented.
I hear Beyonce is a Virgo.
Well, evidently it works good for the music industry. So shout out to the Virgos.
Okay.
In the house. Happy birthday if you're celebrating a birthday this season.
Yes.
And
that's exciting.
You are among the likes of royalty, Beyonce and Mr. Michael.
Okay.
So how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. It's a Monday. It's been a good Monday. Okay. I'm not an anti-Monday person like some people. So it's been good. It's a new week. I was excited about I've been getting excited about the podcast when I'm not here. So sometimes I think about it when I'm not here, y'all. Well, I think about it when I'm not here because I got research to do. But boom, yes, I be thinking about it. So I was excited to get back. We're on 3 episodes now.
Number 3.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I didn't do much this weekend. I'm in the middle of a remodel, so I was picking out faucets and lights and things like that.
Okay.
But I did get a chance to go to church. I haven't been in a while, and so it felt good to be back in the house of the Lord. I enjoyed myself.
Oh, that's good to
And
hear.
so I had a good time. It was a good weekend.
Awesome. So guys, we're jumping into Being Organic. We're a feel-good podcast where you guys can come hang out with us to talk about things that matter to you, things that matter in your community, things that matter to us as well.
Right.
So we're looking for you guys to engage with us. Again, we throw around this word because we wanted to stick with y'all. We're an interactive experience, guys. So y'all can come through, y'all can chat with us, y'all can let us know what's going on, how you're feeling about things as well.
Yeah, it's all about authentic conversations, right? That embrace you, help you bring about change. And definitely the topics tonight will definitely embrace you and bring about change. So our chat line is open. Just double checking, our chat line is open. So if you guys want to drop in some comments or some feedback, we'd love to hear from you tonight as we dive into our topic. So do we have anything before we get started? We want to dive on in.
Well, we're just gonna how do I say we're gonna have a quick recap of the things that we talked about last week, because we don't want to get out of doing those things. So last week we talked about travel, good habits versus bad habits, and we talked about the element of judging others. So this week we're looking to take up, we try to be a little positive, but we're looking to, dig deeper into those things that we consider, are hot topics.
Okay.
Or things that we're into. So one of the things that we're talking about this Monday, August 29th, is brain foods. And what are they?
Brain foods.
Yes,
okay.
Brain foods.
Awesome sauce. This is our little tribute there to Michael with the brain foods. Clearly, movie theater popcorn isn't brain food, but
he was chopping down.
He was getting busy. He was getting, and I love a good bag of Skinny Pop myself. So yeah. But brain foods, okay.
So the big thing, or the reason why I came across it, I just came across it in my random searches for things that are, trending topics, things that people care about right now, and it comes back to being healthy. So that whole line of different, of being healthy, doing holistic type of things, it's really taken on a mind of its own. So I found brain foods, and I chuckled when I seen it, like, brain foods, what's a brain food? But I hadn't not heard the term before. So I heard this term already.
Okay.
So I just Googled and, found some information on it. And so I got some places, and I'll send you guys or tell you guys about those when we finish. But what I did was I linked, I found the foods that they were linking to helping the brain. So they say the brain foods are going to be foods that are linked to helping boosting brain power. So if you're looking to get your brain working, you're looking for different ways of doing it. I know we talked about things like meditation and stuff, but we don't want to forget about the inners. And I think we're getting back to that a lot right now in health, where people are starting to feel like, I can eat healthier.
Oh, most definitely.
And I can cut down on some diseases. I can cut down on some things that could be harmful. So if we're doing, things like that, it would be good to know what they are considering brain foods right now.
Okay.
So I have a list.
Yes.
Or whatever. We're going to run through those.
Consider this a shopping list.
Okay, yes. And look at you. You're on one.
So write it down.
The big thing that came up, but one of the top things were green leafy vegetables.
Yeah.
So some of those include kale, spinach, collards, and broccoli. I'm going to pause at broccoli because everybody's throwing a little shade at broccoli recently.
Wow.
Because some people are saying it's not a real vegetable, or it's not a they're saying something about
now,
broccoli.
I did hear that cauliflower wasn't a real vegetable.
Okay.
But broccoli, no.
Oh, so that's something. I didn't double back on it because I just don't trust it. Broccoli, that's a whole tree. It looks like a tree.
Broccoli.
How you gonna say that ain't no real vegetable?
Steam with a little bit of herbs.
You don't even need to do a lot to broccoli. You can add broccoli in the last 5 minutes of a meal, and broccoli gonna mesh well. Like I go with everything.
I love broccoli.
Yes. So yeah, stop shading broccoli because it comes back as a brain food, y'all.
And so these leafy greens do not include adding meat, correct? So no ham hocks, no turkey necks. I know it's flavorful, but I think you mess up with the brain.
First off,
well, you know what, y'all? Let me take that back. My mother is a deep Southerner. She loves greens, and she's smart as a whip. So go ahead and add your ham hocks.
What I'm going to say is there is a moderation in everything, and I think we all could learn from that. If you're gonna smoke or put your smoked turkeys, necks, smoked turkey wings, whatever y'all gonna put in there, put them in there, but do things in moderation. So you don't want to overwhelm it with salt after doing that. You want to probably use more herbal type of seasonings if you're gonna put, because y'all, you ain't got ham or something in them greens, I'm judging. Deep down, I'm judging.
No judging.
Oh, I'm working on myself. Okay, moving along. They also had fatty fish as another brain food. So salmon, tuna. They say light tuna. Okay. I don't buy nothing light.
I do love salmon. I like the sockeye.
Me too. I like it.
Oh, sockeye is not really fatty, but I do like salmon.
What's the other fish? We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
They also had down berries. So strawberries, blueberries. It did mention any of the deeply colored berries. So you guys that are into this type of thing, because I know Fran's a vegan, so she probably know a lot, more vegans than what I might know. Turmeric was on the list of brain foods, and so were nuts. So those are it was interesting to read. I'm a big nut person, so I love like cashews, almonds.
Yes, you do.
Any other nuts, really. I mean, peanuts are good too, but I'm just feeling like she's like a basic girl.
Yeah, she is.
But she go with a lot of stuff though. But she be out there.
She kind of average.
You out there. Don't call Peanut average. We gonna leave her alone.
Stick with the cashews and the Brazilian nuts are really good Brazilian nuts.
So and I guess another thing, so we pretty much ran through that list. You can double check the list on the internet as well, and we will give you, or matter of fact, I can just double back on it. You can go to Harvard Health. So if you throw that in Google, that's where I found the green leafy vegetables, the different articles. I found a couple of them, and another article on Healthline. You'll be able. It just dictates what brain foods are supposed to do.
And what about Dr. Sebi? He was a good resource. A lot of people in the community have referenced him. He talked about your leafy greens, your nuts, and everything.
And a little bit more though.
He talked about not only what to eat, but when to eat.
Yeah.
So that you're not taxing the body when it's trying to restore
that is
itself.
An element of
it too.
Yeah. Oh yes, guys, we might have to revisit brain foods again. So one of the things, or some of the things that brain foods should do, is they should help boost the brain.
Okay.
A lot of them will have antioxidant effects.
Okay.
Some of them could help improve memory, and they could ease depression. So these are all some good reasons for you, if you're not already thinking about, eating smart and different things like that. There are effective ways that you guys can research to kind of figure out, how to do different things going forward. So we'll revisit the places where I got the articles from in our resource section.
But that was a great list. It's a great list for people to get started with. It's concise. It's not too much.
And your kale and spinach, even though I'm not a big
kale and spinach person.
No, they're two of my favorites. Like I guess I don't put a whole lot of effort into making sure that I got something green on my plate for dinner. Like how some people don't play about having a starch of meat and that
balance.
Man, chicken and mashed potatoes and some gravy, and I might be finished. I might not think outside of that.
Okay.
But kale and spinach, they are so easy to eat a couple different ways.
Yeah.
Spinach goes into almost everything really easily, really good. It's a great sandwich. Instead of that iceberg lettuce, spinach is the lettuce for sandwiches. For me, anyway. That was very
And iceberg lettuce has no nutritional value at all.
I wasn't throwing shots at iceberg, but
I'm just saying.
Okay. But yeah, those are easy to they're easy to get into. And I hear turmeric is used more so, right, as a spice.
It definitely is a spice. You'll see it. It's actually one of the Indian spices.
Okay,
so you'll see it in a lot of Indian food. That orangey color, that's where they get a lot of their color in their food.
Okay.
But it's excellent for inflammation. It's good for internal and external. So for your acne, for whatever your skin issue is, it'll help lighten the skin as well.
Yeah.
Turmeric is the bomb.
Okay.
.com.
So that's my stint on brain foods.
Okay, awesome. Now. Very good,
Yeah.
very good, very good. Okay. And so what do we have next?
So guys, we're moving on to laughter. And are you laughing enough? And don't judge me, guys.
That was one of my favorite videos.
Right, when Michael did that?
Yes.
Yes, guys. But I will say, so the reason why I thought of this one and I was able to send it in as a topic was because it showed up a long time ago for me. And when I found my list that I was writing the different topics for, it was there. So I was like, look, grab that one and see what you can find. Okay. So what I learned was the average adult laughs anywhere about 17 times a day, whereas the average child might laugh anywhere over 200 times a day. And there were varying factors, but for kids, it was, higher than adults. And I don't think that they said that it was anything wrong with this amount of laughter. So 17 times, that's not there. I don't think they're saying that it's bad. It's just on average. That's the amount of times,
17 versus 200.
Well, you know what? Kids have a lot more fun. And,
but I want to get at least half of that.
Yeah, but
I need to up my number.
Yeah, kids, I feel like they have a lot more fun. They get to be a lot more relaxed. You don't think about it until you are an adult.
They don't have any bills.
That's what it is. They don't have any bills. And you might not think that matters, but it literally does.
It does.
I remember being a relaxed person. I remember being so carefree. And I'm telling y'all, this was up until my 20s. I remember being so carefree.
Oh, yeah.
You become an adult, it just changes on you. So
I
think kids do get a pass, and there's a reason why they get the.
I understand the 200. I understand
it. So yeah.
But 17, I want to up my number.
I want, but I think I might be there. I think I might laugh enough.
Well, yeah, you're very happy and go lucky. I want to laugh more. I want to laugh more. I'm sure that that's something that we can all aspire to do, is to laugh more.
Yes. So
definitely more than 17 times a day.
Definitely more than 17 times. Yeah. So the reason why I found it, what that made me ask myself was, well, why does it even matter? Why, how much you laugh? What would make somebody even think of, how many times are you laughing? And it comes back that laughter and smiling actually do help us with health. So some of the information I found was, what are the benefits of smiling and laughing?
Okay.
When you smile, they say your brain releases tiny molecules called, watch this, y'all, neuropeptides to fight off stress. It also details some other things that it does when you smile. And they say that laughter decreases stress hormones and increases immune cells and infection fighting antibodies, thus improving your resistance to disease.
Well, isn't that a reason to smile and laugh?
Laugh.
Yeah.
You guys need to laugh more. And I heard somebody say that laughing make you look better. I can agree.
I would agree 100%.
I would agree because my normal face is this.
Yeah, mine is like.
Yeah, I'm listen.
But look, I got a little smirk with it.
See, I ain't even smirking. It's just like, what's happening here?
Well, that is excellent because first of all, I didn't know the average was so low at 17.
It's that
compared to the kids at 200. I can understand how they can smile more because they're not burdened with the stresses of life.
Mm-hmm.
But even with the stresses of life, we need to focus on smiling more,
and just being happy
more. Yeah.
Because I think it's a lot of things happening, these days, and I feel like we are either taking ourselves too serious, not serious enough. Find that middle, find that balance. It doesn't always have to be a WW SmackDown. Remember when that was the show?
I do.
It don't got to be a SmackDown every time you walk out the house. And sometimes, we just really have to consider, and I ain't saying you need to do this all the time, but we can consider what would it feel like if I was just to be the bigger person today.
Yeah.
And can I tell you, the shade of it all is most of the time when you ignore people or just don't let them bother you, you irritate and bother them more than what you do when you respond to the
negative. Yeah. Well, I think it's more work to stay mad.
It's way more work.
It's way more work
because half the time you can
just release it.
You can release
just
it.
release it.
Yes,
Yeah. I'll tell you, I held on to anger with my neighbor for almost 2 years. And the day I decided to release it, I literally felt it. I literally felt a weight lifted. And I just sent him a text. Yeah, I took the little punk way out. I sent him a text and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being mad with you. You said something that I didn't like 2 years ago. I'm just going to forgive you. I'm going to be your neighbor and we're going to be good. And we were good until he moved away.
Oh, well, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
And look at how Jesus will move somebody.
How about that?
Yo,
I didn't say it.
I'm working on myself.
I didn't say it, but no, we're good. And I can text him now and be like, "Hey, how's everything?"
Oh, but
Questions.
that's really good.
It was.
I didn't know you would text.
Well, there's a benefit to not being angry and releasing. What was that I felt with him? I felt it was more than angry. Crossed. He crossed me. Yeah,
that's deeper in the hood.
Yeah,
don't cross. Ooh, don't.
So I had a lot of resentment. That's another topic. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Woo woo.
Very good. Very good. So now we're on to another topic, which is
we could. I think we would be good to move on.
That's okay. That one right there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh, shizzle down. That's the triple combo right there. Y'all not gonna get that again.
Get it?
You got the moonwalk.
Get it?
And spin, and he ended it with the toes.
Right, right. The awesome. Look, historical. Yes. The toes with the glitter socks. Historical. Don't try to come back and repeat it.
Oh, it's definitely coming back.
Oh my God. Well, he was the originator. And he is an excellent manifester. Is that a word? Manifester.
If it's not, it should be.
It should be. Manifester. Do you know what it means to manifest? Okay, so I know that a lot of people will go to Google or Webster or whatever we're doing. I think everything is Google nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what Google says or what Webster says is manifest is to create something or turn something from an idea into reality. Can you say it again? To create something.
Go ahead.
To create something, to turn it from an idea into a reality. So we have a lot of big time manifestors. We have Steve Jobs.
We do.
With Apple, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because it's MJ's birthday, we chose him as the ultimate manifester. Did you know that one of the things that he said was on his mirror every morning he got up, it said, "I will be the greatest pop star in the history," and he was. He will sell out stadiums, and he did. So he actually had those thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
He had those thoughts. And by him having those things, he brought them into reality.
Yes.
Into reality. That night when he did the, I think that was the Motown's 25th reunion when he did that.
That solo, his first solo.
His solo. So he came out with his brothers and they did all of the popular Jackson 5 things. And then his brothers left the stage.
Okay.
And what he said is, oh, you know, those were good times with my brothers. I enjoyed all of those times. And we had such great memories. But now I like to do my own thing. Dun,
and it's been up ever since,
boom,
y'all.
Boom, 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 boom. And he went into it. But he had thought that. He had imagined it. He had dreamt about it.
Synced it.
And synced it. And yeah, okay. He had synced it. And he brought that thing into reality. So I just think that manifestation is all about what you think, right? What you feel,
yes,
and what you believe. And let me just evoke the words of the Lord if I could.
You may.
Mark 11:24, and I quote, "Whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it and it will be yours." That's biblical.
And stay there for a minute. Stay there for a minute.
I will. And let me just hit you again. Matthew 21:22 says, "And all things whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer," we know that prayer is meditation, it's oneness with the Creator, "believe ye shall receive and you shall have it." So not only is it in there twice, okay, but there are countless books. One of my favorite is Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard.
Okay.
It has to be about this big. That's how thick the book is. It's very thin. But the premise of the book is you are what you think about. You are what you think about all day long. You are what you think about. Sometimes we call it coincidence when you've been thinking about that person and then the phone rings and they're on the other end.
It's a little bit of manifestation there, and
There's
a little bit of attraction laws there too. So
but if you're thinking about them so much and they call, were they thinking about you too?
It's almost,
sometimes they weren't.
It's like a half and half chance that they're probably gonna be.
Well, maybe, but
especially if it's random out of nowhere.
Well, usually when I'm thinking about somebody, I'll come across their card or a note that I wrote or some kind of conversation. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to be talking to them in a couple of days or so. This week they get ready to call. And I'm telling you, it never fails. They call, we connect, something happens, but it comes into existence. So I love manifestation.
Yes. And you really, because I don't, and I'm going to do it soon, y'all, but I just have not deeply read the Bible since my younger days.
Okay.
But I would say that it's probably the one thing that I struggle from the outside looking in at Christians is this element right here where that believing it and, just automatically having the thought process that I done said it, I done prayed about it, it's mine.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I listen to some, not all, some Christians speak, I'm wondering how deep are they into the believing and the faith portion, or how do you make that stronger? Because sometimes it seems like for me, you might be an ideal Christian to me as far as the mindset goes. Like when it comes to being relaxed and everything's going to be good and it's going to work itself out.
Okay.
The way that you trust that sometimes is top tier to me.
Well, okay. So the first thing I would say is I don't own being a Christian because I think that's the religion part of it.
Okay.
What I do own is being a child of God. And I try to separate the religion because they have their own agenda.
Okay.
That sometimes to me is separate from the Bible. So I just focus on, I know I'm a child of God.
So you read the word.
I read the word. Yes. And so I know that God created me in his likeness. He's a creator. So he created me to create.
Mm-hmm.
And so he says that, my burdens are his, which means if difficulty comes my way, I'm to give it to him. I believe those things.
Okay.
I believe those. And so because I believe them, then all of me supports everything that happens towards that belief.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, and just like both scriptures says, one of the words that's repeated is believe.
Is believe.
Is believe.
And that's what I think sometimes is like a driving factor for me, because even before like my book was out and I was in the stages of like, now how in the world I'm supposed to put it in a book form?
Right.
And it's the smallest thing if you've done it over and over again. But for somebody like me who hadn't done it, I was like, okay, how in the world is gonna happen? But I still kept going and I still pushed forward.
Right.
And in the end, the book is available, so it's a real thing to kind of see it. And I guess for me, because I see it around me sometimes, and then even when I look at like superstars that I like, so the ones that y'all people would call them idols, the people that I like that, they all have that manifestation story. Like you literally can see, can see. And I think all people that we watch and that we've kind of come to know have that story.
And that makes it more believable, right? Because you've seen them,
because you've seen it happen. And you not only, for a lot of us, how do I say, a lot of people do make a big fuss about people who already got family that's good, or if you come from a well-to-do family. But I don't think people are really giving enough credit to the people who did not have it like that. And I think for us, sometimes
who slept in their cars,
who were homeless.
That's right.
We don't.
Or teenage mothers.
Yes, things like that. I think we ought to give them the same credit, that you would give someone who you feel like, I don't even think, as much as we judge people who we feel like already got it, we still don't give the ones who got it from the bottom enough credit for getting it from that place.
Yeah.
That's the best way
I
can say that.
It's because it's their walk and they're trying to judge their walk. They never can. And I think that a lot of people just find it hard to believe
that it's something like that.
That's something that manifestation is possible. But of course, because they've gone through it, I've definitely gone through manifestation for so many things. I've lost count, but I know that my beliefs will become reality because I believe them, because I feel them, and because God's word told me that all I have to do is believe and it will happen.
Well, this really spoke to me. I really appreciate the manifestation topic. What would you give as either a word or something that people can kind of refer to kind of keep the belief in the manifestation?
Well, I think in order to believe it, I would say listen to yourself, because we all have that feeling, we all have those dreams, and they originate from somewhere. The reason that sometimes the road is so long for people to arrive where their passion and their purpose is because they're looking at someone else's walk. And so they become followers instead of creators. God made all of us to be creators. That's what we are as human beings. So you don't need to look at anybody else. Look at yourself, believe in yourself. And when you believe in yourself, then you can become whatever it is you believe.
And I think that's a big topic right there, that imitating and that follower type mentality. What I would tell people,
can I share something real quick?
Go ahead.
I'm just really, really quick.
Go ahead.
Because I think it'll make sense. Okay, so I've had several businesses in my life. Okay, I've been a property manager, right? So I've done a little bit of real estate because I saw a lot of other people doing real estate. I've been a salon owner. Okay, I'm not a licensed cosmetologist. I don't know how to do. Well, I guess I could do. But I've been a salon owner because back in my time, everybody owned a salon or whatever. None of those businesses worked, okay? When I was at home, okay, doing mortgages, I've been a loan officer because a lot of people was doing that, making a lot of money. I've done that too. Those were all following. Those were all things that I did to follow. When I was at home, I didn't have a job. I started making soap to heal my skin late at night, okay, just as a hobby. And then when I needed money, I started selling that soap. It blossomed. That became my passion just because I was led into it. When I circle back in my life as a child, I loved taking baths. I love washing. My mother used to come and cut the wood off and say, other people have to take a bath and take a shower too. So it came full circle to me. My love of the bubble.
Yeah.
My love of the bubble and the washer. It came full circle. It came back. But that became my business. That became the most profitable business. That became the most profitable business that I've had thus far in my life.
I hope y'all are listening, because I know she's talking to me, looking at me and talking to me, y'all, because I'm hearing it. I'm hoping that you guys are hearing it too. And what I was to piggyback on what you just said, because that makes a lot of sense. And that's what I would tell a lot of people. Sometimes you got to find a thing that feels real to you, you know, and do that thing. Another thing is, if you do have a person that you look up to, or you like what they do and how they're doing and where they are, learn to emulate and not imitate. You want to emulate good behaviors.
Yeah.
Because if you see them doing a good thing, you want to take that good thing and you want to do it. You don't need to do it how they do it. Yep. The good habits that they're doing, emulate, not imitate. And if you don't know what emulate means, go ahead and Google it. Throw that thing in a dictionary. Look it up.
Hilarious.
But yes. That was really good. So
I just want to make sure that you guys got that as a resource. There's a little book. It's really like a pamphlet, but it is it is a great resource. Do it in resources. Okay. When we get back to resources. Okay. I've been instructed not to reference it. So I am going to be obedient and proceed with our course for the program for the viewing audience.
And actually, guys, listen, we almost about to wind it up. We winding down. So this is the previous topics were all our feel good topics. All things we feel good about, all things that we, know you guys probably feel good about too. Now, our not feeling it topic, is this something that's been occurring more recently? In 2022, I feel like crime has not been on those slow, it hasn't been chilling, but it's so many random acts of violence that we want to talk about protecting yourself and protecting yourself out in public. That's right, guys. You see him with the slow mo. You see. Okay. So I guess this for me, this derived from just seeing so many violent instances happening recently, and some of them are totally unprovoked. I've recently seen I think it might have been maybe 3 months ago, a man was walking past a woman on a subway and had poop and smashed it in her face on the subway. And this is a random woman. Look totally unprovoked. That's violence to me. I recently, it's just so many things happening to random people that's just out and about. It looked like there was recently, and I seen this on social media, very recent, looked like a fight was happening. And in order to, I guess, have the effect she was looking to have, she was willing to run the guy over with her car, or the girl over with her car, but instead of running that person over, she actually ended up hitting somebody else that was just a bystander, and they died.
Wow.
So what made me think about this is we really have to think about being protective of ourselves. We talk a lot about energy and spaces and things like that, but sometimes in your physical surroundings, you need to be aware. You need to know what's happening around you. So I just put down some tips for when you're outside, when you're out and about. A lot of people don't drive. So if you're commuting to work, and for the people that do drive, because they carjacking, that's having a little rise too. So I would just say, protect yourself, guys, while you're out in public. One of the ways you can do that is to stay in a well-populated area. And that's half and half, to be honest, right now.
Well, I think that's one of the oldest
things that they
recommendations. To surround yourself. Like, even if somebody's coming, you're supposed to run out and say fire or rape or something like that. So you want somebody to hear you say that.
That's true.
Well populated.
So populated areas. Keep a working cell phone. So that's a good one, because guys, sometimes things happen, and I know you don't have a phone, but don't you feel crazy when you ain't got one?
Yes.
Keep a cell phone. Keep a cell phone on you. There are, if you are low income or anything like that, there are governmental aids that will help you guys help you guys get some Wi-Fi, get a phone, get different things so that you'll be connected. Another one, and this is one thing that I do just anyway, but I think it's a really good deterrent for people, is to look and be confident and keep your head up. And and one thing that I feel like you don't want to do, because I live in a neighborhood where you might say it might be a little rougher, and I don't think about it because I watch where I'm going, because I don't want to step on anything. But in my brain, I think I walk like this anyway. But somebody kept saying, she seen me twice one day, and she's like, keep your head, walk with your head up. And I'm like, I'm looking at my phone, I'm trying to make sure I walk on, like, I don't want to step at nothing, whatever. So I don't do it to keep my head down and be timid. But when she said it to me, she said it so aggressively, it kind of stuck to me. So every now and then, if I find me, looking down too long, I just lift my head up and look around me and be aware of, where I'm going, what I'm doing, and who's around me.
I'm guilty of that too. I've always have people say,
keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Keep your head up. And and we think of it in just the awareness type of thing, but it is something to be said about that, about posture and body language and how you walk, how you carry yourself. So keep your head up, look and be confident. And one thing that should be, I feel like everybody should know, trust your instincts. And we just talked about this for manifestation, but it works here too. Sometimes if you don't think that date is going to go well, if you're not sure about the attitude of the other person before you get there, that's your inner body. And I believe males have this feeling too, but for women, we just feel like it should be at a 10. You trust your instinct, trust your gut, y'all. That's what I say. And then if you're out and about, lock your doors and your windows and all that stuff like that. You call this thing. But yeah. So
so that was really good, because I know for me as a business owner, I'm bouncing between different locations, and I always have in the back of my head, is somebody watching me? Is somebody tracking me?
Watching you?
And so I'm ready for them. I'm ready for them. If you come for me, I'll be ready for you. I'll be ready for you. But I think that this is a great list. I do try to assert myself in a certain way, so people know that I'm paying attention. Yeah. Okay. I am paying attention.
And I'm not one of them.
No, I'm not. I'm not like, oh no. I'm paying attention, and I'm always somewhere where there is a lot of people. And I try to make sure that my cell phone is working, but and I try to make sure that when I'm out and about, I'm not on my cell phone, so people know I'm paying attention. Because I've seen people on their cell phone. I'm like, hey, and they don't even hear me. Hello, you can get hit by a car.
I almost walked into a pole, y'all. Let me tell you, my cousin wound me out because she want me to take out one earphone. She don't want me to have two. Right.
I mean, that is crazy.
Don't judge me, but I wasn't looking in the pole. If I had opened my eyes any less, I would have banged my head in the pole. I was like,
and rightfully so. I'm just like, no, I've seen a lot of people do that. They're outside and they're like, oh no, I'm on the phone. But can you hear me give you a warning? Can you hear me say that car's, can you hear me give you a warning?
Yeah,
take one of the
be
plugs
aware,
out.
guys. Be aware. Pay attention outside these days. If something, and one thing that my community that we're known for, don't be running to situations. Okay, if it's already going down, baby, don't
go the other way.
Go the other way. Mind your business.
You don't need a front row seat to that.
It's not a trending slogan. Mind your business.
Yeah.
We're expecting this to really happen.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
No, I'm good about that. I go the other way. I don't,
Yeah, and you just never know. Don't run towards that.
Yeah.
That came lastly. I didn't even write that down in my notes.
Well, that's a good one.
Well, yeah,
that's a good one. And nowadays everybody wants to record it. They're hoping that their video goes viral. Absolutely foolish. No, I don't need to record it. I'll watch your video. How about that? But no, don't.
You don't even watch their video.
I don't. I don't walk towards the drama. I walk away from it. I don't need a front row seat to it at all.
So, guys, this has been episode 3, and it's been real, y'all. Okay.
All right.
We still be looking for y'all. Y'all gonna start coming when we get that endorsement from Oprah.
Oh, you know what? Oprah is at home in her kitchen.
She probably on YouTube looking for me. Throw it in the search engine of Oprah being organic. A feel good podcast, Oprah. We need you to put the whole thing in there.
Whatever works.
So really quickly, we're gonna run through our resources.
Oh, okay. So as it relates to manifestation, an excellent resource. It's a very quick read. Is Feeling is the Secret. That's a little book by Neville Goddard. And the whole premise of the book is you become what you think about. So that is fantastic. Again, his name is Neville Goddard. And so Goddard is Goodard. First name is Neville, Neville.
Yes. Another resource that we have for you guys, and I got this for my Maryland people. If you're looking to wear and carry, they're having a Maryland wear and carry course. So this is for guns, for those who may need them, our business owners, our entrepreneurs starting out. Some of those are happening September 17th and the 18th. They're having it also sometime in October. Also sometime in November, and it looks like it's going for $199 US. You can further check that out at maryland.gov, I believe. And if you start to just search for, handguns or permits, things like this are going to pop up.
And guys, I've gone through the process. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty quick. I think that's something that would benefit most people. The wear and carry. There's also, I can't remember the name of it, but you don't always have to have it on you. You can have your firearm secured at your home for home security. But it's something to think about. Especially in today's times. We have a lot of challenges as it relates to crime and victimization. And so having a weapon may not be a bad thing, but it's something that you want to think about for yourself. Definitely, if you're with a family, if you have children, think about bringing that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you definitely want to be responsible, but it is an option. It definitely is an option.
Yes. And then the last thing, if you want to read more about brain foods, you can check out Harvard Health. Just throw in brain foods next to the Harvard Health. That way you'll get them in a quick Google search.
Okay.
Or you can also do Healthline. Again, so type in Healthline, brain foods, and the articles should pop up. So, guys, it's been real. We ran over a little bit longer than what we wanted to. Well, not wanted to, but what we had scheduled to. So we appreciate you guys for coming out. We appreciate you for hanging with us. Remember, we're on YouTube, Being Organic, a feel-good podcast. You can check Fran on Instagram at frangong.organics. And you already know I'm the Retail Solution. On Instagram, click the link in the bio for the best soap and deodorant.
Good night.